Yeah, Tando Mufukeng, also known as Psykey. Yeah, I'm from Dube. I used to stay in Loli, but now I'm in Dube. Yes, born and raised actually. Yeah, Psykey does a lot of things in Ghana, but not so much. Yeah, I'm a hip hop artist, you know. I'm a sound engineer. I'm a 3D artist and animator, and I'm a story writer and also a learning director in it. I started hip hop 1996 when I started being an artist, like writing hip hop, you know. Yeah, and then from there I started doing sound engineering from 2001. And as time goes, I think from 2011 and 12, that's when I started animating, but I was using 2D. And then in 2013 and 14, I started doing 3D. And then not so long ago, I'm sure 2 years ago, I started writing and directing. Yes. Yeah. Actually, it's, well, things I like, you know. Yeah, it's really things I liked doing. But I was mostly driven by seeing the possibility, especially in people, you know. The more I see, you know what, somebody is doing this, you know, just from a computer or from a what. I started being on that journey as well, you know. Yeah, with music, it was the same. I saw my big brother and his friend Senzo, known as Senzat. They were freestyling in a corner, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna do this, you know. And then with engineering, I started hearing some of the hip hop groups like Asanist, you know, their first album. I could hear that, you know what, this is not a big studio. This is just they were in somebody's room somehow. And it inspired me to join that journey early and learn with the little equipment that I have. And then the same with 3D. I saw my friend Sbusiso, Lerato Mlefe. I saw his animations and I started going into it. And the writing and directing, well, it came from the 3D work itself, having that sort of like a dream, a need, you know, a want to make a movie. It has to be a good movie, so it has to be written properly, it has to be directed properly. So I had to embark on those things. And I also became inspired to know as much as I can in all these fields, especially that goes with film. Yeah, I've worked, but especially with music, I've worked with a lot of people. I've worked with Cyrus the Virus. I've worked with DVSD. I've worked with Darkspark. I've worked with Mental Odyssey. I've worked with the Fire Boys. Yeah, I remember a mixtape. It's called Afro Swiss. It's done by a guy called Joan Tien. He's from Switzerland. Yeah, I'm in that mixtape as well. Yeah. Well, I have. There's one I did in 2001 when I was learning. I haven't released it because quality-wise, it's and there's a 2003 one. It's also like the 2001. And there's also another one in 2006. I was starting to get better now. And then there's one in 2011. And then group projects. There's one called Reference Workshop I did in 2006. And then the second one was done in 2012, which is after the flood. And then projects I produced, like there's TOT, There's In the Fire Boys, it's a project I produced and also engineered. And then with Cyrus the Virus, it's a project that I only engineered. And also Big Mike, which is, I think, Bump, Bigging Up My Block, yeah. I would say there are a lot of social challenges in the industries, yeah, in South African industries. I've encountered things like solitude, where it shouldn't be. I've also encountered, I would say, friction that is caused by clashes of personalities. You know, when personalities clash, most times people tend to go against one another, and when they should find an opportunity to learn from one another because they are not similar, you know. And those are things that grows art. Even in music industry, it's more like the same thing. And when we're talking problems I faced in them, I would say one, capital, because it takes capital to do a lot of things. So I've been encountering that a lot. Otherwise, I would have been doing a whole lot of things. And I also encountered, I would say, the lack of connections. I've been lacking to connect with people. I've been lacking a lot to connect with people out there. Yeah. It's Psykey Train. I'm reachable on Facebook, and then I'm also reachable. You can find me on ArtStation and also check out my works there. I'm also on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I am Jonas Thando Mufokeng. But I'm sure if you search Psykey Train, you will find me as well. Music, you can find it on iTunes, which is Verbal Acrobats. And then from there, there is the best of my juvenile projects, which is not out yet. I'm yet to compile it and upload it. Yeah. You know, life is not easy, so accept it first. That it's not easy. And life is a game, play it, you know, go with it. And I would also encourage people to learn instead of learning to know, more like learn to learn. You know, keep learning, keep growing, you know. When you stop growing, that's when death comes, you know, yeah. When I feel the beat, the ink goes in tandem with the flow before the light. My wisdom camouflages in the glow. My life is like the ancient prophecy that's never told. For surprise sake, my mind states my soul is never sold. With hip hop, I hope this part kids will get to hold on to the truth as a tool to outshine the gold. The master key needed for success. Doors and gates are closed. I'm from that selected few hip hop chose. I will die a happy elder. In fact, more than a rapper, a trendsetter, honored for word architecture, a self-master. Ace to the first letter, even in spirit, I rock solid. My thoughts matter, I'm a listener. Where God is poetic with creation, a rose that tasted pre-flood precipitation. Upright as a star, my thoughts are named after. I'm no master, was slave to hip-hop, I'm a settler. Yeah. That's how it is when you are put on the spot. On the spot, yeah.